Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is the last week of the Real Women of Philadelphia Challenge. I am so sad. But I am, however, glad we're ending on a sweet note. Desserts. And boy, have I got a great one for you today. And I just want to say, Paula, you are truly a peach. I just can't imagine what this journey would have been like without your love and support throughout the journey. And thank you so much also to Philadelphia cream cheese for making this opportunity possible. Our favorite ingredient of all time, Philadelphia cream cheese. I have waited 8 weeks to bring you this recipe, and finally my store has some fresh peaches. Now I would be so honored to actually come to Savannah and make this recipe for you with some fresh Georgia peaches. Oh my gosh, that would just be a dream come true. Now, this dessert is the bomb. Truly, it is the Peach Bomb Surprise. It is incredible. It's a family recipe that my mom used to make that I've twisted up a little bit. Philadelphia cream cheese is going to be doing double duty today. We will make an incredible, sweet, creamy filling that we're going to put in place of the pit of the peach. And then we're going to wrap it all up in our pie dough and bake it to perfection. And then we're going to make this buttery, scrumptious sauce that's going to go over the top of our peach bomb. This combination is going to melt in your mouth. I cannot wait for you to try it. Okay, step one is our filling. We're going to take 6 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, and I like to kind of get it room temperature. We're going to add in a 1/2 cup of sugar. And we're just going to beat that up until it's nice and creamy. We want to make sure our sugar gets really well mixed. Our cream cheese is already so sweet, but why not make it a little sweeter with a little sugar? And then, for a little added flavoring, we're going to add about a 1/2 tablespoon of amaretto. Now this liqueur just really makes for a great flavor. If you get a little extra in there, it won't kill you. I always say, whoever's cooking gets to lick the beaters. So it's actually my children's favorite part. But they can't lick these today because there's a little liquor in them. So now before we start doing our peaches, I'm actually going to take a stick of butter. Love butter. We're going to stick this in our skillet under low heat and get it melting. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. I'm taking my pits out of my peach. Okay, we just put our knife in like so. Apply pressure all the way around, and then when you get back to your starting point, you're going to take your peach, twist it, and voila! One side is done, nice clean edge. And you do want firm peaches for this. I find that works better. Now we just take our spoon and work it around the pit until you can get your pit to pop right out. There we go. Have a nice little spot to put our filling. And keep your peaches all paired up because we want to make sure our peaches go back together the same way. I know what you're thinking. These are very small peaches. But as peach season continues, these peaches are going to get bigger and bigger and better. So we are going to go ahead and finish our last one. So our next step is actually putting in our wonderful cream cheese filling. I'm going to take our filling and put it right into the little hollow of the peach where the pit was. And you want it to be pretty even, Steven, on the filling, because if you have too much in there, it's going to ooze out, and we don't want that to happen. So make sure you have it in just so. Okay, and then once you have that on there, you can put your peach back together. Fabulous. And now it's time to actually wrap them in pie dough. And all you can see here, I have a prepackaged pie dough that I've cut into 4 pieces. And I do like to work with this at room temperature. My peaches are actually kind of small, so this is easily going to wrap around here. But I have this recipe set up for 6 so that you could normally, if your peaches are quite larger, you can take the extra 2 corners that you'll have from the next rollout and put the extra dough onto your peach when you are running out of room. But you can see here, this has plenty of room. So this is a very important step though, because what you need to do is make sure your peach is completely wrapped and sealed. So I want really clean hands for this part of it. You're going to be working with your dough because you want it to be somewhat even all the way around. One thing I was thinking about when I was thumbing through all my old cookbooks and recipe cards is, you know when a recipe is really good is when it is completely splattered with food. But all of the recipes that are in my mom's old cookbook or my grandma's old cookbook or even mine, the ones that are tried and true are completely covered in splatterings of some sort. If you ever get your hands on a good old cookbook, just know that those pages that look really beat up are usually the best recipes in the book. Okay, I'm rolling up my last peach. I just wanted to point out a couple other little pointers. One is put the top of the peach down and then take the longest section of your pie dough and wrap it up over that seam so that you have a nice solid closure on your seams of the peach. And then when you're wrapping it so that you don't have any openings at all. And then what I like to do, where all your sections of pie dough are coming together, which is on my top side right now, that's the part that's going to face down on your pan, because that kind of helps make sure that everything stays closed up while it's baking. In my house, we think butter makes the world go round, and if you think of your little peaches as a little planet Earth, we want this to just be slathered all over, and so we'll just get this buttered up, and then I have my oven ready to go at 400 degrees. Just pop them in there. You're going to keep your eye on them until they get golden. Now we're making our scrumptious sauce that will go over the top of our Peach Bomb Surprise. This consists of an original stick of butter that all we've used it for so far was putting it on the peach bombs, and now we're going to add to it our other 2 ounces of cream cheese, and we're just going to get this melting really nicely. And now let's just add in a little bit at a time. This is 1 cup of powdered sugar. And I have my heat on about a medium-low temperature, and the cream cheese really makes the sauce kind of thicken up, plus adding in all this powdered sugar. You're just going to have a fabulous mixture here. Okay, notice I'm quite the messy cook when I'm trying to video and stir at the same time. Who says real women can't multitask? So all of my ingredients have melted and combined really well. Now my secret weapon, almond extract. We're going to put in a teaspoon, and this, oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. This gives this sauce, not only is it sweet, buttery, creamy, now you have that flavor of the almond extract, and this is going to send your taste buds into overdrive. The aroma is just awesome. Now that that's all heated through, we can actually just turn off the heat and await our Peach Bomb Surprises. Okay, I'm ready to plate my wonderful Peach Bomb Surprise. Now, of course, we had a little bit of extra filling left over, but never fear, that won't go to waste. And it's really going to depend on the size of your peach and how much of a pit you have in there as to how much filling you'll have left over. So anything that's left over, we're going to do a nice little smear on our plate. And you see this here? We're going to put in a couple of leaves of fresh mint. Take a few raspberries and set them on there. Okay, so can you see that? Now our peach bomb goes right on top. You will carefully remove your peach bomb from your pan, and if they do split open, no worries. That just means people get to see the surprise that much quicker. Our fabulous sauce that we created with our butter and our cream cheese, powdered sugar, and extract is going to go right over the top. Oh my gosh. Can you see that buttery goodness? Now that's a Peach Bomb Surprise. Cannot wait for you to try this. I know it's super hot, but I'm going to dig in and crack this open and check that out. See how our filling is right inside. Oh, this is just fabulous. Too hot to eat quite yet, but I want you to try out my recipe. It's going to make a wonderful memory for you and your guests of the Peach Bomb Surprise. Again, my name is Leanne Tabola from Wildwood, Missouri, and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Enjoy! Delish.